Nice. But anyway, welcome to Game Over Yeah, the video game podcast created by gamers for gamers with your hosts, Leon.
Dave.
The stag beetle is E3 self.
And
Getting all
guest this
themed
week,
there. Nice.
to talk about E3 with us, Martin from Excar Media.
Yay, good evening, guys.
Hey, how's
Howdy.
it going?
Sorry?
How's it going?
Yeah, pretty good. Like I told you, we're gonna move to a bigger office. We're making a new build. We're preparing ourselves for the period of the expos, AnimeCon, Epicon in the Netherlands, Gamescom, Tokyo Game Show, stuff like that.
Come to Eurogamer.
Sorry?
Come to Eurogamer.
When is it?
It is in September.
September.
In September. Oh, and which period of September?
It's right at the end. It's like it's 28, something like that. Because we're going up on the Thursday and Friday.
Yeah.
This year.
Oh, that's too bad. Because from beginning of September until beginning of October, I will be in China for business,
Oh,
and also will attend the Tokyo Game Show, of course.
that's sick.
Yeah, we're really looking
Excellent.
forward. Yeah, a lot of people on my team, they never went to Asia, and it's like, what? We're gonna go to Tokyo? I said, yeah. No way. They're really psyched.
That's cool,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
I know I would be.
And of course, for me, I feel very cool to say this is going to be my third time.
Oh.
Show off.
Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, I really can recommend you guys to go there one day if you got the resources to do that. A lot of people say that Japan is very expensive, but I have to say from my experience it's not. It just depends on what your standards, what you want in your holiday. You want to have expensive restaurant, or you just take a bowl of noodles with some side dish and a Coca-Cola. Then you're good to go for about €5 every day. So yeah, you can make it as expensive as you want, as you want it.
Yeah, no, fair enough, man. Fair enough. Well, I think that we need to get on this now. I mean, E3 is upon us, and
Yep.
it
Full
hasn't
swing.
disappointed so far. In my opinion, it has been a good show so far, and we did speak a little bit about the Xbox, Microsoft conference yesterday, and I know we were all sort of fairly excited on that kind of point, but I mean, Mike wasn't. That's why he left the room.
You already left the room already?
Yeah, he's gone. He's giving.
Fuck this noise.
Yeah.
He's getting his deck for Hearthstone.
That's it.
He actually spilled his drink. That's what happened there.
He was so excited he spilled his drink.
Right in the crush, huh?
That's right.
Sick.
Anyway, obviously, like I said, we've already spoken about the Microsoft one. Tomorrow, we're going to do more of a roundup of all of the conferences, but we're going to just talk about the rest of the conferences that have kind of happened, as we know of, in some sense. And then tomorrow, I think we'll probably go, who won? Xbox, PlayStation. So stay. Well, come to.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
For 24 hours of silence.
And we will discuss that. So anyway, let's get on to the next one that was after Microsoft. I believe it was EA straight after. Now,
It was,
honestly, I
yes.
didn't check out too much of it. Who actually watched it?
I watched it back.
Okay,
Yeah, I watched it live when it was streaming.
excellent, lovely Martin. So
Thank you, man.
now, I
Good
mean,
evening.
what was the kind of general feel of the EA conference in
Football
general?
is life. Life is football.
Yeah, and of course a lot of Madden, which I don't like.
Any
And
UFC?
golf.
There was UFC, but people were
Yeah.
really pissed off because, like,
But I really have to say for the UFC, it's a nice series, and I like the game to play because I also do martial arts. But when I saw that Bruce Lee thing and they were ranting about Bruce Lee mixed martial arts, blah blah blah, I thought, really, you're gonna use this legend in your game?
But
I really didn't like that.
But Martin, It's Bruce Lee though.
Bruce motherfucking Lee.
Yeah, exactly. But for I don't know. I don't see him in that UFC thing. If they make like a game around him, like a story, what they did on the SNES, the Dragon, the Bruce Lee story, that I can get. But for Bruce Lee,
He's just a pre-order content bonus, isn't he? Or
Yeah,
you
yeah,
have to
that-
buy him
that's-
afterwards
that's
as
true.
well.
but I thought how they talked about him. I really thought, really gonna bring this to the table to pitch your game?
Well, I think it's because they got the license finally. UFC's
Mhm.
always wanted EA to be the
Yeah.
the makers for it, and they got the license, and I think they wanted to do something a bit special. So there's also Bruce Lee's someone that is going to bring people that don't really follow the UFC to look at that.
Mhm.
They've also got Hoist Gracie as a pre-order bonus sort of thing. But
Oh,
half
but
the people
that one.
don't
I
know
can
who
understand.
that is. Everyone else, like everyone that follows and stuff, will understand who he is. But everyone, like Leon, probably has no idea who I'm talking about right
Nope.
I have no idea who you're talking
now.
about.
He won the first UFC. He
Yeah.
was the Gracie's pretty much made Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So
Oh, okay, fair enough.
he was like choking motherfuckers out like
Defined
3
in the
times the
UFC
size and
what's
stuff.
going to be later.
Yeah.
So he was basically doing all the moves before they were cool.
Yeah, so that person, I can understand why they put that character in the game, because it fits. But like Bruce Lee, if you saw the match, how he fights, I do a Wing Chun myself. Also the style that Bruce Lee learned from Ip Man. It was basically the first martial arts style that Bruce Lee learned.
Mm.
It was Wing Chun. When I saw the movement, it was very cool. Bruce Lee moved like you saw it in the
Yeah.
movies. But if you saw him towards BJ Penn, it doesn't seem like they matched each other. Because you
Yeah.
saw Bruce Lee was lightning fast, and BJ Penn was, BJ Penn of course. But I found it a little bit unnatural. Like, those other character in Tekken, that guy was made from wood. It's a nice character, but you
Mokujin.
really have the feeling like, what's he's doing inside this
Mm.
game?
Yeah, I know the one you mean.
Well, it's funny when they were talking about it, and like BJ Penn, he's like 2 times black belt jiu-jitsu and like
He's awesome.
sick ground game and stuff. And like he takes him down, and they go, but obviously Bruce Lee also has a sick ground game, and you're like, no, he doesn't. Like, that's not really what he was all about. It was all about
No.
striking and stuff. So,
Yeah, that's true.
but
yeah.
I think it's they're obviously trying to build hype about it.
Yeah.
They really want this to be. I mean, the Fight Night games. A lot of people that didn't care about boxing got into Fight Night, but the UFC games, there was a big. The grappling was always, you know, if you didn't know what you were doing, you'd be taken down and just
Yes.
it was game over sort of thing.
Mhm.
From playing the demo, you can knock someone out in a punch now. So it's
Oh,
like
wow.
if you clip them right at the right time as they're going in for something, it's game over straight away. So it's more like not arcadey, but sort of
Mhm.
anyone can pick it up. And if you just threw some bombs and got lucky, you'll knock someone out.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
But another thing about that, like that I'm a bit annoyed about in one way, is
Mhm.
create a fighter. You can't use them on online ranked games.
Really?
Oh,
really?
It's always been a massive thing in UFC that people finally
Yeah.
made a 99 everything.
Is there a way of cheating then if you create a
I
character?
think I think it's because they want to make the creative fighter. They've always had the way that you can put the tattoos, and like there's a lot of licensing issues if you have
Mhm.
certain words on there. Now in the old ones, they just blur them out, or like it would just disappear when you went into it, or whatever.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that's part of the licensing and stuff for it. The other
Mm.
game that made me laugh my arse off from these fuckers. What was going on in that golf game? Like,
There was a golf game?
did
There
you
was
not
a
say?
golf
Oh
game.
my
No, I
God.
didn't.
Well, they've gone away from Tiger Woods.
Battleship.
So it was
Oh,
it
right,
was
okay, I
like
can see it
PGA game or whatever, and like it looked really nice.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah.
they've used the new engine for it, and then like they do a long drive down the tee, and they go,
Okay.
oh, if you want to try something a bit more crazy, and it's Pearl Harbor, as like the bombs are dropping, and like, and then there's a space level, and it was just like, what the fuck is going on in this
Yeah.
game? It looks quite cool. I used to love the old, I think it was Tiger Woods, like, it was on the original Xbox, one of them. It was
Mhm.
quite cartoony in a lot of it, so like you
Yeah,
could
yeah.
fuck about a lot, and that was really fun, and then it got too serious for its own good.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
maybe that's where they're going with this, but
Well, that'd be cool, man. That sounds. That
It
sounds
looks good though.
awesome.
They used the new engine for it as well.
I think
can't-
they do need to bring
I
it
think
back.
they
Golf games
used
have
the engine
been
on purpose.
incredibly serious
Yeah.
in
Well,
recent times. You know, a lot of the Tiger Woods used to be fun and filled with nonsense, and then it got really serious. So it's nice that they're bringing it back to something less
And they had
serious.
what was the other game? Big announcement, but we saw fuck all of it.
Uh,
Mass Effect.
Oh yeah, Mass
Like-
Effect.
like, it
Mass
was just
Effect,
like-
yeah.
That's right.
Hi, this is us working on it. We're going to
Yeah.
talk about it. We're not going to show you shit.
Exactly. And didn't they do that?
Didn't
for
Mass Effect finish?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's,
said
it's-
they
the whole
finished,
point is this is a new galaxy, so it's a complete. It's like the same ideas and how the game works, but it's a completely much bigger galaxy and everything like that.
but- Yeah.
Well, I mean, games that they did kind of show. I mean, well, apparently first off it was because I didn't watch the air show, so it was Star Wars Battlefront.
Look cool.
Which, I mean, like I'm excited for a Star Wars game anyway.
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, but I hope that they will do the maps differently because, yeah, a lot of battles we already saw in Battlefront some years ago. So I hope that DICE really, do something new instead of making a Battlefield clone, but then with Star Wars figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I hope. But the game I really was excited about for EA was Mirror's Edge 2.
Yeah.
A lot of people
I,
were.
I watched a trailer for that because I was like, I
Wow.
definitely want to check that out, and it does look cool. But once again, not really showing that much though.
True.
That's what they do. That's what
Yeah.
they do.
Just they're
They've got a
teasers,
lot of work to
massive
cut out
cock
for them for
teasers.
Mirror's Edge, though, considering when it came out, everyone was like, oh my god, this looks amazing. And then when it finally came out, everyone was like, oh, is that it? Really? Oh.
What was
So-
the other game straight after Mass Effect 4 that they're working on? There's a new IP. Or
Dawngate?
Was that what it's called? That looks quite cool. But it
Yeah.
just reminded me, like, when they were talking about it, I was like, well, this just kind of reminds me of Mass Effect. Like, what you've just been kind of talking to us about. Madden looked cool, but Madden I don't trust Madden fucking things, because it's just the intro scene, usually. But if apparently there's live grass now for
Yay.
FIFA and Madden, so...
Does it come alive and trip the players up?
No,
and stuff
like if you do a tackle down the grass, it gets all muddy and stuff, and like it's like, you know, how snow sort of did on it, but the pitch will get worse and worse throughout the game and stuff like that.
So basically, it only gives you a good reason to say to your friends when you lose, yeah, it's just the grass.
Yeah, it's grass, man. Smoke too much of it.
yeah. But did you guys were able to get into the beta for Hardline?
I've
Battlefield?
applied. I haven't got anything yet.
Oh yeah, I got it for PS4. It's awesome.
Oh, awesome! I can't wait to play it on PC. So.
Is that Hardline?
Yeah, Hardline. Yeah.
Battlefield, yeah.
I can't, so...
Oh yeah, you can't. yeah.
No.
Yeah, Windows 98 boy.
They fucking threw that fucker at me. I was like, oh, you bastard. That's one of the things we'll talk about at PS4 in a minute. They were just throwing out shit, like,
Yeah.
Wimley
Yeah,
kind of
for
thing.
sure, for sure.
I'm really happy to get my PS4 finally.
It looked good, though,
Nice.
Battlefield.
Yeah.
It did. It did.
Do you know what's really funny, though?
What?
Well, so this beta's going to go live, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And there's heists in it. There's
Yeah.
going to be heists in that game before there's heists in GTA 5.
Yeah, that is
Amazing.
quite funny.
Yeah.
It's probably because they know. It was like, we need to get this out so we can beat them to the punch.
No, fair enough. Now, I mean, is there anything else that we kind of want to
It
talk
was
about there?
it's EA. Like, there's nothing that exciting from EA
Oh,
every
there was
year.
Sims 4, wasn't there?
Yeah, give a fuck. The Sims 3 re-fucking mapped. Like,
I'm surprised that EA just didn't come out and go, yeah, we've canned this company, this department, and we're closing this one, and we're... Because, you know, recently, what was it? Mythic, they got rid of because of the reshuffling.
but they own a lot of shit. Like,
Mm.
EA's a big company.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
They make
no
a
doubt.
lot of money. The thing is, like, so Madden doesn't make any money really outside of the US, but FIFA, Jesus Christ, that game makes a lot of money for
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, think about it. Last PS2 game that was ever
yeah,
released
of
was
course.
FIFA.
You're right. Yeah.
Like,
no, you're totally,
lots
you're
of
bang
people
on.
play that game.
It's
And
like
then,
their
like-
last 360 game, the Brazil one. That's FIFA.
Yeah.
It's when trying not to give away insider trade secrets here. There are certain franchises that EA own that they are very, very, very protective about because of the amount of money that they're getting from them, and FIFA is one of them.
I think so too.
Well, of course, it's the license. It's the same as Madden. Like technically Madden, they got in a lot of trouble for because the NFL shouldn't really have that license there. So it means that no one is allowed to make an NFL game. Whereas,
really?
no one else. It's the official NFL game. So it's the same as NHL and stuff. Whereas FIFA, Pro Evo can do it, but they don't have the licenses as much. So they can still make a game. But if you make a American football game, and the college one's done by EA as well, which we don't really get in this country, you can't really make it without having the players because it's not the same. You can't really just like have them by different names and stuff. It doesn't really work as much.
It's really funny playing Pro Evo and other games like that.
I love
They
Pro
just
Evo.
have completely different team names and flags and player names.
Manchester
so they get
Red.
around it.
Well, they got a lot of licenses and stuff, but it just costs a lot of money, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Speaking of which, did anyone see, like, if we're talking about football and stuff, has anyone seen the new Adidas advert?
No, I haven't.
Oh my god, it's hilarious. It's got David Beckham and Zinedine Zidane at like what's apparently David Beckham's house, and then like Theo Walcott and Gareth Bale,
Yeah.
and they're playing FIFA.
Mhm.
And like Zinedine and Beckham are just looking at them, and they're like getting all this stuff, and they're like, how about we play a real game? So they start playing football in this like multi-million-pound house,
Mhm.
and I think Gareth Bale like knocks down David Beckham's trophy cabinet,
Yeah.
and he's like, 22 years, man, 22 years, and then just kicks it round him and carries on, sort of thing. It's quite funny. I did enjoy it. But yeah, I wasn't. I mean, I watched all the clips back for EA, and it wasn't like. I don't really class them as one of the ones that I'm going to see something amazing from anymore, because they've got so many things that are, it's repeats.
Like Need for Speed.
Well, I think they're not really going to have a chance to bring out something that's going to be Need for Speed if we move swiftly on to the next guys of Ubisoft. The Crew, I don't think anyone's topping what that looked like for changing up the racing genre, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Forza's great. Don't get me wrong, and it's beautiful, and it's a great racing game, but it's a track racing game. It's not a mass multiplayer online racing. They were talking about how you could do the run from LA to Vegas and stuff like that in like periods of time, and it looked really good. I loved the sort of time lapse sort of thing where it was just like going through all the places and stuff. And I'm quite excited for that, and I haven't been really for a racing game since Need for Speed Underground, the first and second one. I don't really care about the rest of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if we are jumping into Ubisoft now, I mean, like on that kind of level, Ubisoft had a great show. Like
They did last year as well,
Yeah.
and I love her. What's her name?
Aisha Tyler.
Oh, she's amazing.
Yeah.
She just
agree.
it's just like one of us up there, sort of thing. She's just like, holy shit! I really like her. You can tell she's actually. I mean, there's obviously a little bit of.
Oh come on, that
actressness
fucking
and stuff.
fake cry at the end there.
Oh, that was
like,
over
what
the
the
top.
fuck
But,
was that about?
Like,
Serious?
obviously, there's overkill on that, but you can see actual emotion for the game. It's not like because she's not linked apart from they're paying her some money, and also she was in Watch Dogs.
Yeah, she was.
I haven't seen her yet.
She's just a civilian, I think.
Fucking
something
slut. I'm a fucker. So should we get out the stuff that we don't really care about Ubisoft? So Just Dance.
Just Dance.
Just dance.
I've got to give it to them though.
My daughter liked it though.
The thing that
What
is
with the
actually
mobile thing?
that is pretty slick.
Yeah. I
You
agree
can,
with you.
as long as you have a screen and the internet, you can play Just Dance anywhere
Which is
with as many people as you want to. Which, for the people that like Just Dance, and I'm sure that there was 100 million players apparently for the last one or whatever, or
That's a lot
over
of
the
people.
period of
I think
time.
it's a
and stuff.
lie. I think that they just bought a load of coffee.
Probably. No, I don't think it was 100 million people bought it. I think they've had 100 million players log in for whatever it was and so on.
Okay.
Well,
you
you
can
some
set
of
up
those
bot
just for a
that,
few
yeah?
seconds, just to
Like-
go, oh my god, what the hell is this?
But I think it was cool. It's innovative, definitely.
Oh, yeah, for sure, no doubt.
That's the kind of thing we need, like more of this stuff that you can just kind of jump into a game anywhere you are. as long as you've got a screen. Also, the fitness game. What was it called?
Oh, there was a fitness thing. Let's have a look. Fitness and guns. Ubisoft new fitness game called Shape Up.
Yeah, I mean,
that's actually pretty cool.
it looks fun, but the thing is, it's the same as any Kinect game like that and all this stuff. It's great for 3 games, and then you kind of put it down and you never turn it back on again.
Yeah.
Yep.
And like, they've missed a trick there. The thing of you record a score and send it to someone else, yeah, that's cool in one way. Online multiplayer, yes, that would work so much better, because then, yeah, you've got a mate, you play it a bit, and like it gives you a reason to play it more, and you will get fit. I mean, you're not going to get, you know, shredded up from doing that kind of stuff, but you're going to burn calories and you're going to get moving. It's certainly more movement than you do when you're just flapping your thumbs about and whatnot.
Yeah.
But those are the two that I was like, I mean, that's the, you know, the casual gamer sort of, who cares for us, but it was, I thought they came with something good. It looks quite cool, and I think the Just Dance thing was quite innovative as well. What else did they show? Oh, Assassin's Creed.
Did they show anything about Beyond Good and Evil?
Don't think so, no.
No, I don't think so.
Assassin's Creed they showed off more of, and actually, I was like, yeah, I kind of really want to play that now.
Come on, there we go.
Well, I don't like
I've
the
won
last, the last one. I was just like, I don't
this
like
one looked,
these shit.
No, you're right. And honestly, Black Flag, I loved the idea of it and all that kind of jazz, but actually, me wanting to play it has I just can't go back to it. It doesn't interest me. But this one really does.
Big.
It is.
It's to scale, isn't it?
Yeah.
So all the buildings are actual scale interior and stuff. And 4 players kicking the shit and killing people.
Exactly.
I want to do that.
I mean,
well,
what's
all
not
4
to
of
like
us
about
could be
that?
doing that right now if we had this game. Let's get that
Sounds
shit.
awesome. Let's get it on.
Yeah, man. I am so pumped for that game.
It looks good. It looks good.
does.
It looks very, like, actually, I'd say it's probably one of the best looking
Mhm.
games. Like, it really did look, apart from some of the cutscene stuff, I was like, it looks a bit mediocre, but it looked really good, and the movement looked good. I liked, the one thing I always hated about Assassin's Creed is jumping off a big pillar into a fucking hay bale, because it's just like, this is ridiculous. But the
Did
way
you see the science thing that they did?
No.
They actually worked out the science behind that and whether or not it was actually you could do that. And the answer is yes, but then you won't walk away from it, or you will, but you won't be able to run up and massacre lots of soldiers.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if
No.
you fucking jumped 100 foot into a hay bale or whatever. But I did like the fact that he kind of jumped quite far, but then like bounced off something and kind of slowed his momentum and stuff like that. And like a lot of the free running kind of aspect of it looked a lot more intricate.
Exactly. It does
what
seem
it
a lot
was.
more fluid.
Yeah,
like,
definitely.
I mean, to be fair, I've always found it quite fluid in that game, but it's gone up a level for sure. I'm
for sure.
so pumped for that game.
Yeah, the animations look really solid, really smooth. When he moves and when he climbs, like you said, very smooth, very nice. This is the first Assassin's Creed since Part 1 that I really want to play.
The first one was great. I like that because just when they shocked you with the sort of, this isn't, you know, what you expected. It's like another world sort of thing.
Yeah.
That was really cool. They also had
I need to go back to the first one. I started playing through it, but then just the constant running to a new area, climbing a tower, exploring, just got a little bit too samey for me.
Yeah, me too. I had that too. I had a difficult time to finish it. I wanted to finish it just to complete the game.
Are you still playing Hearthstone, Dave?
No.
What's the noise coming from? Oh,
Martin.
That's Martin.
I get it now.
What's up?
No, don't worry.
Just the noise.
We thought it was Dave.
Oh yeah,
I'm not making any noise squeaks.
It's all good. It's all good.
However, what was the other one? There was the art style one, World War One.
Valiant Hearts.
Yeah,
I loved the look of that. I thought it was
Valiant
really good.
Hearts: The Great War. If you need to watch the trailer for that, it's amazing. It's like proper, oh my god, bring you to tears trailer.
Yeah.
It looks so good.
Well, it's very the art style of everything that's been going on.
Valiant Hearts: The Great War.
Oh yeah. I'm really looking forward to that game.
Yeah, for sure.
They didn't really show much gameplay though.
No.
I already
Bastards. But I
put,
suppose you don't
put
need
some
to,
money
though.
on my Xbox One account so I can buy it right away.
Yeah, it comes out pretty much straight away, doesn't it? It's in the
Yeah,
next
it's coming out
This
fairly
month,
soon.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does look so good. But yeah, the trailer is just mind blowing.
So bet your ass I will do a live stream for that.
My
And
mate
then
was
they,
getting really excited about the new Tom Clancy Rainbow Six.
Yeah, that one was really a surprise for me for you. So.
that was the clincher. I think that was. I was gonna say, you're all about fucking the Division, and you're like, oh, it's coming. Oh, this looks amazing, and then like, oh, by the way, we just got like a little taster for you. That game looks sick.
Yeah, for sure.
Those
no
are
doubt.
amazing.
Just the way, and I love the one thing I really love that Ubisoft do is on all those games when they've got players playing
Mhm.
and they kind of talk like, obviously it's voice acting and stuff like that for it, but
Yeah.
they kind of talk like a team would play and sort of things like that, and you
Yeah.
kind of get the feel of that's how I want to play. I'm never going to play that way because like I'm going to have some little kid in my team that's shooting through the wall. But like I really liked just sort of the destructible elements of it, and it was just
It's
That-
also, if it's anything like the older ones, it's going to be insanely hard because it's going to be so like realistic.
well, that's
It's
what it
like-
should be.
Yeah, it's great. You pick it up and then suddenly you're like, oh, I'm going to do this, and then you're just going to run around, and then suddenly you get shot from behind because there was a guy you didn't see, and you really have to take your time and pick your way through, which is awesome.
Who was the they had like the last guy that was surviving that they were like talking about the whole time.
Yeah.
What was his
I
name?
can't remember.
Like it was just like he was the ultimate player sort of thing. Oh, he's coming! Oh my god! But no, I was that game and the Division. Like Ubisoft's got some big games coming.
Yeah, but if they're not bringing out Beyond Good and Evil 2, I don't care.
Give a fuck.
It's such a good. They keep teasing it and they keep going, oh yeah, we're going to bring it out here, but they never do.
You can't
bastards.
talk about teasers without saying like Shadow of the Colossus. No, is it Shadow of the Colossus? No. Is that the one that everyone's been waiting for? By the makers that. No, it's not.
No,
It's-
Shadow of Colossus.
That was the one that came out. What's the one that everyone's been waiting for?
I can't
Last
remember.
Guardian, you mean?
What was it?
The Last Guardian?
That's the one. They've been saying like
waiting
we'll
for
make
that
that
too.
for ages.
Which one's The Last Guardian?
It's by the makers of Shadow of the Colossus and stuff, and it looks good. But well, they've teased it a little bit, and then they just haven't. They just keep saying we're doing stuff with it, but they haven't
They
released
need
anything.
to
with it.
be careful, otherwise the game loses its momentum, and everyone is kind of getting to the point where they forget the title. It's just like Duke Nukem Forever. Everyone was waiting it forever. Then when it came out, I thought, oh my god, I waited this long for this game? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, well, it was like that with Alan Dark or Alan Wake even. I wasn't aware that this game had taken like 9 years to come out and was like eagerly anticipated by a lot of people, and everyone was relatively disappointed. But when I played it, I thought it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, I really liked that game. The narrative part of the story of the game was very cool, I think.
But Martin,
Yeah.
you're getting quite a bit of interference in your line.
Is this better?
Keep talking to me.
Is this better or not?
Well, I can hear you better now, so that's good.
Cool. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good, man.
But yeah, Alan Wake, I finished that game. I had a really good time playing it. I liked the story, and I really think the first part of the game was very cool, where you kind of had that camera moving above the landscape, and it reminded me of a Stephen King movie.
Yeah, well, the whole thing is just a massive hard-on for Stephen King because
Yeah.
Stephen King is referenced throughout everything in that.
Sure, yeah, that's true.
Um,
But it's really cool when you begin the game and it actually grabs that essence, and you know it's going to be very cool. And yeah, for me, I really think it's a cool game. I really love Stephen King, by the way. I like his movies, I like his books. So
He has done some good movies. No, I found it genuinely scary in some parts as well. And obviously they did the big twists and turns in the game. and I thought they were done really well too.
Yeah.
But
It was
apparently, there's
a rare moment where even my wife just sit down on the couch and watch me playing Alan Wake. She was really intrigued by the story and how it's told and how the game played. And I was like, oh, okay. Wow, okay. So it made my wife get interesting, so I found it very fun.
cool.
That's cool, man. That's cool. Now, I think we should get on to the other sort of big gun.
The big boy.
Sony.
Sony!
Yeah, man.
And
If I can put a bomb into it, a Grim Fandango.
Yes.
great way to
Can't
start it. That was
Can't
amazing
wait.
to see.
They threw. That's what I'm talking about. They just threw shit
That
out
hurts you-
like it
that
was.
hurts you so bad, doesn't
like,
it?
I was
Hurts
just
you
like-
so bad.
I know. I was just like, oh, you fucker, Grim Fandango. I really like that game, and it was just stuff after stuff. Like, oh, by the way, you can do this. Bam, and like dropping bombshell after bombshell.
Yeah.
However, before we talk about all the games, I do want to talk about what was that half an hour with what's his face all about? Like where he was talking about stats and like numbers and all this kind of stuff, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
"You're losing the crowd right now."
Yeah.
It's like, "Oh yeah, you can join your TV to it and all this stuff." I was like, "Don't do."
What they wanted to
Microsoft."
do was put them in some sort of catatonic state. So when they went game, pow, 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 everyone was like, "Holy fuck!" And they'd be
They
awake
did.
and enjoying
Right,
it a
so-
lot more.
I think that Sony had a better thing than
Oh,
Xbox.
not now. Not
All right.
now. That's
All right,
tomorrow.
that's for tomorrow, is
That's
it?
for tomorrow.
All right. Well, what did they start off with? Bam, Uncharted.
No, they didn't start with
They,
Uncharted.
I swear they started with
They
Uncharted.
started with Destiny.
Oh yes,
yeah.
they did start with Destiny. That's even more of a bat. Like that, I was like hurting. I was like, how have they got Destiny like before Xbox?
They've got the beta, I think.
Yeah,
and the
And
extra stuff and
That's
all.
right, loads of extra stuff.
Fuckers.
As
yeah. Did you guys already pre-order Destiny or?
well. No, but
No.
I'm thinking about pre-ordering it with one of those awesome white PS4s.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Motherfuckers.
I have a PS4
That thing
anyway.
looked cool.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about getting that version of the PS4.
When is that coming out? Did they say?
I can't remember.
Beta version starts July 17th.
Yeah,
There you go.
Mm.
nice. But I also was very intrigued about the game that's became the spiritual sequel to Dark Souls, Bloodborne.
Mm.
That did look good.
Yeah, it looked pretty damn good, pretty gory and gritty. I really
did
wanted
look
to play it
really
right
cool.
away. I love that so much.
Yeah.
Well, they hit with a lot of dark stuff in there. Like, what
Yeah.
was the other one? The
They had
Order?
Yeah, the Order 1886.
That
Isn't
looked
that the
cool.
one that you've got pre-ordered, Mike?
That's on. It's PS4 exclusive.
Yeah. PS4 exclusive.
I don't have that pre-ordered.
I thought there was another game like that that you had pre-ordered and then you cancelled it because it was going to take ages to come out.
The Division.
Oh, okay. It's like they're similar.
They're not similar in the slightest, but
I know.
I love the way that the kind of cutscene went into the gameplay, into the cutscene, and sort of. I do like it when they do that properly.
Yeah.
That was really cool. And it looked good. Like, I
It
mean, it
did.
looked dark, sinister, and there was definitely a theme with PlayStation. They played everything against each other. So 1 minute, you know, you've got this dark, the Order, and then the next minute you got Little Big Planet, and
Which-
that looked sick.
That was amazing the way they did that as well, because everything just went dark, and it just like 4 people were on the stage. Little Big Planet 3.
Bam.
that was nicely.
And they
done.
added a character, which is cool. Big fat fucker.
Yeah, new characters. They look, which I like, considering the first one was awesome, but you essentially played all of the same characters.
Mhm.
Who's the voice for Little Big Planet? John Cleese.
Steve
No,
Fry.
Stephen
Stephen
Fry,
Fry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
But was Sony doing another? I thought it was Sony, right? Mortal Kombat X.
That's where I was just gonna go. with then back to darkness again. It's like, oh, do you want to see some Mortal Kombat? And that looked good.
yeah,
Yeah,
like-
very good.
I'm hoping that is the start of next gen beat 'em up sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because Killer Instinct's probably it's quite basic. It's getting there, like it looks nice, but it's not really utilizing everything. That if they do what I hope they do, of again going into a cutscene, I don't know if they will, but when you do certain combos and that links into sort of you see a leg break or whatever like that. I think that would be amazing. And it looked sick. Really
Yeah,
sick.
it's really sick. Yeah, absolutely. Also, you said about that utilizing the next gen thing. I was also suddenly thinking about one thing, because Xbox One will have 10% extra GPU power when you disconnect the Kinect camera.
Yep.
So it can be look like, for example, Killer Instinct. Suddenly they have 10% extra resources to make it even look better. However, what will happen with that graphical power, so to speak, when you do connect your camera to it to do a Twitch live stream?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing that's annoying, because they chatted a load of shit, because they said that the whole point of the Kinect was that it won't take anything away from it, because all of it's inside the Kinect, and then they went, oh, by the way, if we take it away you get 10% more, and everyone's going to disconnect it. I Twitch from it, yeah, but I only use it really for the voice commands. That's about it. Until they do something magic with it, give a fuck. I want better looking stuff.
I did love Sony.
Oh,
Stick.
what with the camera thing?
That was so funny.
It was hilarious.
That
Where it
was
was like,
so
oh, we
funny.
just
He was like,
give you the option
which
from the start.
No, it was sort of like, no, it was literally, it was like, okay, it was optional, PlayStation camera, and just like
Morpheus.
the fact that he paused so that everyone could go, oh.
They're fuckers at Sony, aren't they? Come on, Xbox,
Master
raise your
trollers.
game. I really hope that, like, I don't know. Like, the thing is, I'm gonna get a PS4 at some point.
Yeah.
Obviously. And I don't know if this has pushed me to getting one earlier or not, because I don't know when half this stuff comes out. It looks most stuff, unfortunately from E3, seems to be 2015.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it seems to be that, it's going to be, realistically, 2015, everyone's going to start picking up these consoles, and you're going to see the major push in the next technology.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I agree, because I'm also the fact that by 2015 I may have actually saved up enough money to buy one.
No, you'll never.
I think we'll just see the first generation of the games that have just come out. They didn't utilize the PlayStation 4 yet. And now, like 2015, they started to okay, we're warmed up. Now for the second round. Then suddenly those games look so much cooler. And I think also that helps people to get a PS4.
They do. I mean, that's the thing. It's at the end of the day, it's never been that they release the console and then straight out the park, it's bam, 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 amazing games. It's always been a year, 2 years later. That's when you get the really good games come out and the new IPs for that kind of thing come out.
But that was different in the past. I mean, Dreamcast, SNES.
Dreamcast didn't have that many when it first came out.
Are you sure?
I think it had Soul Calibur.
Sonic Adventures. Crazy Taxi.
But that was. I think that was more.
Choo Choo Rocket.
Choo Choo Rocket.
Choo Choo Rocket. You can't count that as a
Resident
class
Evil
game. You fucker. There was like what 4 or 5 big titles, but that was mainly because they didn't really do that much after that. Like Shenmue and stuff came out.
Rez was originally for the Dreamcast, and then it was so good that they re-released it on the Xbox.
What game?
Rez.
I don't remember.
Best, yeah, it's cool.
At all.
Also had like that also sleeper hit, Blue Stinger. It was also quite good.
Isn't Shenmue on there as well? Or was that a one?
Yeah.
Shenmue.
Yeah.
What was
One of my favorite games of all time.
What was the beat 'em up all over the place? Sort of. It was like the precursor to Smash Bros. Sort of thing on the Dreamcast. Power
Or
Stone.
Dreamcast?
Was it? And you could pick up big weapons and smash up the
I'm
arena
not
and
sure.
stuff.
I don't remember that game.
That was a really good game. And
Uh,
who can forget Dreamcast? Sega Bass Fishing.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Like, why has a Kinect game not been made with Sega Bass Fishing?
Right?
Like, instantly, that's downloaded.
Yeah.
10, 15, 20 quid. I'll even go to 30 quid for it.
You would
Like,
go to 30.
I'll go 30 for Sega Bass Fishing.
I must admit, I'm half for that. I'm probably about 15. I'd go
It's,
for.
yeah, I'd say that would be sick. Well, it depends how how detailed they go.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
If you can cook it afterwards, they send you a fish out in the post.
Well, so we can use that peripheral
Yeah.
that we were talking about
Yeah,
yesterday.
well, yeah, cook on your Xbox
Cook
and
on your
stuff.
Xbox, George Foreman.
But yeah, PlayStation it was like a boxer just bam, 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 hitting you with shit over and
Yeah.
over again, and
I'll
it was
probably say
just
this again
painful
tomorrow,
for me
but
because
the
I'm
reason they
such-
did that is because they knew they had to follow up something pretty amazing with Microsoft's. Sorry.
No.
I think yeah, but they didn't know that beforehand, did they?
Mm.
The thing is, as well, this is the thing that's the problem with the sort of the Xbox versus Sony. We'll always make that sort of comparison. Most of those games
Mhm.
are on both.
Yeah.
You just associate it. So let's kick off straight away for something that's going to probably make everyone happy. GTA 5.
Yeah, like
I can
Sure.
go and complete it now.
I can play it on PC, so I'm quite happy with that. And the cool thing is as well that they announced after. I'm not sure if everyone kind of saw this. I mean, maybe they did announce it. Really, I can't remember. But anyway, the online GTA 5 online. If you're on your Xbox and something,
Mhm.
you can transfer to PS4, Xbox One,
Yep.
or PC. So you can freely. Well, I don't know how freely you can transfer, but you can actually transfer that account over, which I think
It's
is
kind of handy.
fucking great. Because I mean, I'm playing on PS3 and I can't wait to play on PC. And
I'm-
the PCs also has an extra thing. It has a video editor as well.
I'm going to pick it up because I actually need to finish that game at some point. I'm really annoyed because I have like the super limited edition version of that game, don't I? And like,
I remember the evening when you all came out, clutching your little boxes with your glowy eyes and rosy red cheeks, all happy and shiny.
I don't know what killed that game for me. I just stopped playing
You
it.
did
Just
just stop playing
randomly.
it.
I just fell out. I
Is it
mean,
Madden?
no.
No, because Madden was already out, wasn't it? I don't fucking know. You did drop out of it hard.
I don't know what it was. Was it my Xbox One?
Maybe it was just the Xbox One.
Yeah, I think it might have been. Because I don't really play my Xbox 360 that much
No,
anymore.
you're right. I
since.
think it was your Xbox One.
Quite possibly, because that was about what, a month after.
Yeah,
or
it
so.
was.
Yeah. But yeah, more from the Sony giant powerhouse motherfuckers. Fallout. Not Fallout. That would have killed me. If Fallout 4 came from
Driving.
them. Far Cry.
Far Cry
That
Far
stole
Cry
the show
4.
for me.
did
Nice.
look really good.
Well, the elephant.
Yeah.
I was just like, there's an elephant. Oh, and that game just looks beautiful. That's another game I kind of just halfway through fell out of it.
Yeah,
Sort of thing.
Honestly, exactly the same with me for Far Cry 3 as well. It's because it's an open world game,
Yeah.
and we're starting to get a bit tired of open world games. I
Yeah,
believe.
you need to do something a little bit different. But they did throw out some nice little gems there. So you've got obviously the 2-player co-op jump straight in, and you don't have to have the game to do that.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Exactly.
Like,
you know, if your friend doesn't have it, don't
just
worry.
play
mate.
anyway.
Yeah, just jump in, mate. Don't worry.
Yeah.
oh,
Only,
that's,
only the multiplayer. That's really genius move for Sony what they did.
that is, yeah,
It's fantastic
big.
idea.
big.
But also the
big.
same thing you can say for PlayStation Now. When you have a Sony TV,
Mhm.
just buy a DualShock 3 controller, then you can just play PlayStation 3 games on your Sony TV without owning a PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and blah blah and so on.
Which is incredible.
But
Really.
they
See,
did
I
say
wonder if
select
you can play
Bravia
your
models, didn't
Xbox
they?
One on a Sony TV, PlayStation TV.
You can, but I think you need to actually buy an Xbox One.
Well, what you can
Yeah,
do,
well,
if you
obviously, but you could play both at the same time or something.
if you really want to mess with people, like what you do is you put your PS4 or your PS3 as the input into your Xbox One, and then you go Xbox, go to TV, and then you start playing on your PS3,
Yeah.
and then you jump back to an Xbox game. That's one thing actually I need to bring up that makes me so happy about the Xbox One.
Yeah.
When I turn that thing on
Yeah.
and I press the game,
Mhm.
it just is there, and
Yeah.
there's no loading, and I'm in the game, and it just starts. It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
truly like, you know, not even a PC really does that, because
No, you're
once
right.
it's off, sort of thing. And that's, I don't think the PS4 does that, does it? I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I know they're doing the preloading stuff for a lot of things.
They are indeed, yeah.
They're going to start rolling that out a lot more. But, I mean, it's for us, really, it's a win at E3 because, you know, whether you're an Xbox person, whether you're a PlayStation, whether you're a PC person, there's some games coming.
Yeah, no doubt, mate, no doubt. Now, I just want to quickly go through some other games that we kind of mentioned on the Sony conference. Now, we had Entwined.
That looked
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, it did kind of look cool. And it was you're controlling with both of the analogs.
I got it. It's really awesome.
Oh, right, that's cool.
Really
That's
nice
cool. Yeah, 'cause it's out, obviously. Yeah.
co-op game.
Oh, that's
really
cool,
cool.
man.
That's one of the things they did a lot on E3. Like,
Mm.
oh, by the way, it's out.
Yeah.
Like Dead Rising, Crazy Super Ultra Mega whatever Alpha Edition. It's out.
Yeah.
Nürburgring. It's out.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty cool.
I think it's because people are expecting, you know, all these amazing games to be coming out like next year, year after, whatever. So when people turn around and go, you know, this game, you can have it right now. People just go, oh my god, I love you, I want your babies. And then they buy more of their games. It's a great marketing ploy.
Yeah. I really enjoyed how Sony did their press conference. I also like the fact that they did the indie section without calling it really the indie section like they did last year for Gamescom.
Yeah.
They had a lot of titles for the indie section as well.
Yeah.
And that's what I really wanted to
Oh
get
my
onto,
God,
because
like,
it is an incredible
bam.
list, for sure.
Yeah.
Hotline
because-
Miami,
well, they've
Broforce.
Yes, because they've cut in that deal with Devolver.
Yeah.
And Devolver
Yeah.
has some really, really good titles at the moment.
Yeah, Flumber Games, by the way.
Yeah, that's
Bam.
right.
Yeah, they
you
are
are
again.
right. Yeah, throw that
Shout
one in
out.
there as well.
Also, two indie games I really liked. What they mentioned was Not a Hero and Let It Die.
Yes. Yeah, no, they were cool as well, definitely.
So it's almost as like Sony and Microsoft are fighting over the indie guys. Like, come to us, we have all these awesome things. You must.
I think Microsoft are losing quite heavily on that.
Yeah.
Because they really don't have that much of an indie rep at all for Microsoft.
No.
I think they're hoping Project Spark is going to make people make indie games from Project Spark, and then that's going to do something from there.
It's like what Simon was saying yesterday. It's because of their contract clause of when they want them to release stuff.
A lot of that's, I think, exaggerated because I read up on that last night, and it's not quite as
I have
much.
to say, a long time ago, when I was first at your show, I talked about the NDA for Xbox because we're in the ID at Xbox program. And there was like also that thing that you are not allowed to release your game on another platform beside Microsoft. Well, of course I cannot say anything in detail about the NDA, but it doesn't say that anymore.
No.
So that's really cool, and I have to say that the ID at Xbox, they got a lot of indies there, so I had to wait for a long time, but finally I got my NDA. I was welcomed with the questions, how many developers kit do you want to have? 2 are for free, so okay, give me 2. So we're looking forward to get 2 when we have a bigger office.
Yeah,
Nice.
So that's really nice. Now they are kind of want to fight with Sony to get back in the race.
So if you obviously putting yourself in a sort of a new indie person shoes, and you had these 2 massive companies, which one would you choose of them?
Between Sony and Microsoft?
Yeah.
Obviously, go Sony, wouldn't you? I would say.
Because we are working longer together to during the development of our game. For now, Xbox, we suddenly got the email that and the next phase for ID at Xbox program will commence. Here's your NDA. Welcome to Microsoft. So now it's really getting started. So I think if you're going to ask me the same question 6 months later, then maybe for the Xbox side, I have a better overview of what's going on inside the program. Then maybe I will, can say something different. But for now, between the 2, Sony is really helpful. Really, really good support.
Also, with the Sony thing, like from their conference, there's a lot of funny stuff on it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Magica.
Yes, that's what.
That
I
was
was
hilarious.
Yeah, that trailer
Magica
was
is an
so good.
amazing game.
That was just.
I
it
like
was
this
just
cutscene so much.
the
Yeah.
dude just like
Yeah,
just waiting for a job was just
With a
hilarious.
cat.
just the fact that he kills his cat. Like-
Brilliant. And what was the other one? There was another game where there was someone had written a letter, Lucy, who was age 10 or whatever.
Tim Schafer.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
like it was like Tim Schafer was like, "Oh, we need this, whatever." I was like, "That is really funny as well."
yeah.
But
I tell you what, stole the show for me though. Really though, No Man's Sky.
Yeah, that's really an
That did look cool.
Also waiting for.
Holy shit!
That did look cool.
Yeah, it did look cool, but on the other hand, when you saw the trailer later on,
Yeah.
what I'm afraid of is that the worlds they have a lot of variety,
Mhm.
but I am afraid that in the end, when you play the game, it's not so much variety at all.
I know what you're saying.
That's what I'm afraid of. We're
It's not
trying
a
to be
massive
like a GTA in
team, is
space.
it?
but-
No,
well.
it's like isn't it like 3-4 person studio or something?
yeah, it
Hello
looks
Games.
very adventurous for something like
Yeah,
on
yeah,
that
yeah.
scale of whatever.
Yeah, I really like the fact that it gives you the feeling that you're all alone on this planet and you need to do something, but what?
Yeah.
Also, one of the games that I really didn't care one bit about, but I loved the trailer for, was Dead Island.
Oh yeah. No,
Because
Yeah.
that was hilarious, like
That
just
was
as he was
funny.
going for his run and the music hit it perfectly and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't care about that game. Like, if I want to play zombies, I'll go
The
and.
first trailer of Dead Island was also very good. That reversed one
Mm.
with the zombies, where you saw that girl was falling up instead of down
Yeah.
through the window, and you see the axes coming back from the heads of the zombies. I never
Yeah.
saw something like that. It was really like, what the
I
hell is
picked
this
it up
game?
for Xbox Gold. They released the Dead Island for that, and I played it.
Yeah.
And yeah, the whole intro and everything was just intense, and the whole
Yes.
game is fairly intense. And then it got let
You
down
were
because of
playing
the
intense?
multiplayer, because it's very.
Intense.
They went, you know what would be really cool
Turning
is if
intense.
people would just jump into your game and leave your game, and then you just like all work together.
Intense.
But at the same time, it just completely destroys the story because someone jumps in and then suddenly it will
Intense.
advance it, and then they leave, and then suddenly you in the middle of nowhere going, I have no idea what's going on, and then
Yeah.
suddenly you have 300 zombies come and eat your face.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I had that too. I really was disappointed about that. So I didn't play the multiplayer though. I only played the single player offline. Then I just had a very good time.
How about when Sony also like their exclusiveness stuff?
It's just
Like-
killing you, mate.
Like,
it's just
I
killing
know
you.
Diablo 3. Oh, we'll put Last of Us characters into it. Like, I was like, oh, you bastards. And the big one, it was like, yeah, Battlefield. Yeah, it's live. Do you want to go? You know, do you want to sign up for
Do
it,
you
sort of
wanna
thing?
play it
Do you
beta?
want to play it?
Oh no, you can't, can you?
No, because you got an Xbox. And then they really cut
That
my heart
sucks.
out because they were
really,
like,
really did on this.
oh,
one.
by the way, Disney Infinity comes to PS4 first. I was like,
Yay.
you fucks.
with the Marvel content, and I believe, if I'm right in
There's some
saying this,
exclusive content as
the
well.
Hulk is actually an exclusive.
No,
It
it
is.
won't
That's
be.
what. That is exactly what he said.
No,
That is what he said.
There's no way they can make a
what
character.
he said.
They can't make a character an exclusive.
That's what they said.
They're lying.
That's what they said.
I don't think they could because the models work on no matter. That's the whole point of the premise is that the models work on any of the.
Oh, okay, maybe.
things.
Well, I
but
swear they
maybe
said
there's
so.
some kind of
Maybe it's
game mode
exclusive first,
with,
like,
or
yeah,
he gets
maybe
it
so.
first or
Yeah,
whatever.
I don't know. But they did say
They're
some form of
bastards,
exclusive
man. They just did it to me over and over again. I was like, oh, I don't have a PS4. Oh, I don't have a PS4. Oh, I don't have a PS4. But anyway,
But that's how they get you because they know that you are going to get a PS4.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get one eventually. I was originally PlayStation consistently. I never had a Xbox, the original one, until much like when the 360 was out. I got an Xbox because I started Mega Drive and so on. Then I got a SNES, but when it really kicked off, I got PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, day of
Yeah.
launch for all of them, and then my PS3 died on me. And at the
Oh.
time, the Xbox was a lot cheaper, and I thought, oh, I'll give it a go. And then I kind of switched gear a little bit. But yeah, I mean, everyone's got to be happy. From at the end of the day, there was a lot of good stuff. Oh, another one we haven't talked about, Batman.
Yeah.
That looked
Yeah,
good.
that's cool.
Batman, that Batmobile, man.
That was like, oh, tank. That really like, that looked good. Really, really good.
Yeah, I hope the game is better than the second one because I really didn't like that one so much.
I didn't like the second one that much either. I fell out of it. I found it too open, but like not enough to do in the open world sort of thing.
I
Whereas
completely
I
agree.
The first one, I thought because it was so closed and stuff, it was quite, you know, there was a specific way to do it, and there was a lot more stealthiness to it as well, which I
Yeah.
quite like.
Mhm.
Oh, well, speaking of
Yeah.
stealthy, Metal Gear Solid.
Yes.
God,
Yes.
like it just keeps coming, doesn't it?
Awesome.
Metal Gear Solid.
That looks good.
So good.
Although I didn't really appreciate the part where they was just covering his face in someone's ashes. I was like, what are you doing, weirdo?
But yeah, I can't wait for that game. It's going to be so good.
It's really funny because those Batman games you mentioned earlier, the second part I always need to think about the demonstration we had at First Look, the expo in Utrecht, the kind of Gamescom, but then for the Netherlands. They kind of showed behind closed doors on that moment Batman, the second one, and there was a British lady, and during the whole presentation she was kind of talking about the game in the same way the scene where Harry met Sally in the ice cream and the orgasm thing. The whole
That's
time
what
when she
she
was
said.
fighting, like, oh, what the fuck are you doing? What the hell are you doing? And making such sound. And the people could actually hear her scream in such a way next to the booth. Well, there are all sorts of music going around from all the other booths, but they could still hear her screaming so much when she was fighting with the Batman game. It was really hilarious. We really thought, okay, is she gonna come or not? Can hear her if she
Did
does.
you come yet?
It's really
Fantastic.
funny.
No,
Yeah, but
What
I guess
else?
she just enjoyed working with the Batman game because I think she was like a concept game designer, something like that.
Us two sort of thing, because from
Yeah.
But there's still the DLC coming. Did they mention anything about that?
I thought DLC was all out. I don't
Is it?
know. I haven't
Vehicle
played.
Yeah,
coming.
I thought they were only releasing one bit of DLC.
It was the one where it was the chick and the other.
Oh, hasn't that come
J-
out yet?
Is that out?
I think so.
I thought it was out. How is there Watch Dogs DLC out as well? I was looking earlier. I was like, what? Why is there already DLC? It came out like 2 weeks ago.
Because it's Ubisoft.
Yeah, I suppose they want to make some monies,
Monies!
Yeah,
and they
I
have.
really
from that
like the game though. It's nice.
Yeah, it's a good
Watch
game.
Dogs.
It's a good game. Now, just quickly, I want to go on about some of this other Sony jazz here, because, you know...
And all that jazz.
Now, we've got some cool stuff as well. PlayStation TV, you know, that's the, the actual Vita TV, I think, in Japan. Finally coming over here. Coming to the US for sure, I know that much. I assume it's coming over here as
eventually.
well. Which I think is pretty cool, actually. I think it's pretty cool little device.
Yeah, but at the
I
same
hope
time,
it works on your second TV. If it works with your Vita, because I tried link my Vita to the PS4 in the living room, but when I was inside my bedroom, because of course I want to try to see how it works, and I saw a lot of lag in the screen when I was playing Killzone Shadowfall on my Vita. So I'm wondering how they will do that with the PlayStation TV.
I mean, the thing is, it's always about how your connection is, though. So in
True.
other words, you need to have a really good wireless connection / I don't know whatever it's going to be using. I think it is wireless.
Must be.
The Vita. You just need to make sure that you've got the best connection possible.
Yeah, and what also helps, like the wireless connection you have is like the bandwidth is like 2.4 gigahertz. So a lot of devices in your house and around you, like your neighbors, you have the same bandwidth, of course.
Yeah.
But I just tested with a 5 gigahertz bandwidth, and the signal that comes from your router to your devices at home it's much more clearer because there's no other device
Mhm.
with the same bandwidth to disturb your signal.
That's why I run all my shit down.
Um,
Well, all
So,
the shit that can
that's
run
really-
on it, anyway.
But not all devices are working on it yet. So that's a bummer.
That's cool. That's cool. Also, they dropped the name YouTube.
Yeah,
So I thought that was quite interesting, along with their share, like all of the figures and all that kind of jazz.
Yeah, that was the bit where it started losing me.
Boring.
That guy knew how to.
but what are they going
Suck
to do
the
with
energy
the
out of that crowd.
content sharing thing? You need to pay for that too.
Interesting. Yeah, I wonder. Now, I mean, I saw that there was some Playroom DLC,
Yeah.
announced. That's where they had the little dig against Xbox, which I loved. I thought it was brilliant. They came out with a load of free-to-play games as well, which I was quite
Yes.
surprised about.
There wasn't anything amazing though that I cared about that much.
But still, giving that option out there for people that are, maybe
Cheap.
Cheap. Well, I say maybe, not as privileged as us.
No, it's not
Um,
being privileged, right? You can go to a car boot sale and buy a decent game for £1, or you can go to
Yeah,
Game and get
okay,
an
fair
old
enough.
classic like PS3 or Xbox game for like £3 sort of
Yeah,
thing.
okay,
So
you got a point.
the thing I want them to start doing is not this free to play bullshit sort of thing. It's making digital content a little bit cheaper in general, so people want to build a library like they do on Steam.
Mhm.
Because I don't want to have a library on my Xbox, because what happens if I decide I don't want my Xbox anymore? What happens if I, this, that, and the other? It's useless to me, sort of thing.
You just format your hard drive, then the games are still yours because it's linked to your digital account, so that's good.
I like that, but at the same time, you can't sell them, so you can't trade them in.
That's
Well,
true.
actually, I think saying that, a lot of the stuff that Xbox have been talking about recently is that maybe actually you will be able to sell your digital content to other people,
Oh, really?
which is
Crazy.
quite
Yeah.
interesting. I think if they do that, that's a big
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Because yes, what pisses me off is I know that I can get a game
Mhm.
with the box and a disc
Yeah.
and all of this for $44.99, or I can go on the fucking Xbox store and it's like $59.99.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you charging me £15 more for not having a physical copy of it? This makes no sense whatsoever.
Yeah.
Silly.
Yeah, talking about a box and actual disc. Do you guys know the service IndieBox?
No, I don't think I do.
No.
Yeah, you need to browse on Google. You can just get a subscription, like for €15, you get 3 months IndieBox, and every month you get an indie game, but it's boxed like back in those years where you have a big box with beautiful artwork and a booklet and extra content and the game. Like back in the days where you got that disc, like, oh, that's cool, I want to play. So that kind of experience, like the old days, they want to get it back, give it back to the people who want it.
That's pretty cool.
And it's a nice success though since they started. Some titles are even out of stock already because they're very popular.
Well,
I think the last one was Tesla Grad, the indie game.
there's certainly a thing for like having the box and the artwork and whatever.
Yeah.
As a kid, I remember getting the game
Mm.
in the car. You got to read that manual.
Yeah.
Got to get that manual
yeah,
out
yeah.
straight
Yes.
away.
The best one for that I found was Hired Guns. Oh my god, it was insane. There was like 3 novels, the book that had every single enemy in the game, all the weapons in the game, and you could just, it was hours of reading, and it was great because they actually had like a proper story going on with it as well. They really took care on the manuals and on that one, and I've never seen anything ever like it ever since.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Captain, absolutely. Now, 100 titles in the works for the Vita as well, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I've got my Vita. I'd quite like some titles
Yeah.
that I'd
Yeah.
like to play because there isn't many.
Was there a movie of some sorts as well? Come in.
Was it Ratchet and Clank?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
There's a Ratchet and Clank the movie.
Yeah.
Well, there will be.
Amazing.
Nice. I like the games, so
Yeah, fun. I mean,
yeah,
if
much, yeah.
they do it well, it could be fun. However, I think if we're going to compare Ratchet and Clank the movie versus the Halo sort of
I'd rather
thing or
watch the
whatever,
Halo
I think
stuff.
most people would probably
Yeah.
want to watch the Halo stuff.
Yeah.
Well, you've got the World of Warcraft movie coming as well, so you spot for choice.
Yeah,
Did you guys see the Need for Speed movie?
That
No.
is a pile of steaming shit.
I haven't watched it because
So
I knew it was
horrible.
going to be terrible.
Can anyone actually name a movie based on a game that was good?
Resident Evil 1.
Yeah, just about.
Based on a game or that inspired a game.
Based on a game.
Carry on talking and I'll think of a good one.
Because it works the other way around as well. You have games that are inspired on movies, and generally speaking, they're not very good either.
Yeah, you're right.
That's true. Yeah. But they also want to make a movie from Gran Turismo, right?
Do they?
Haven't they
Like a
done,
rumor.
Why?
How?
haven't they done that
I
already?
don't
It's
know,
called-
but
It's
they
made
did
by
it for Need for
Pixar.
Speed.
It's called Cars.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, cars.
Job done.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think with Sony though, they really did finish it off quite nicely. For
Yes.
you Uncharted fans out there, I'm sure you weren't disappointed. I must admit, I'm not.
Well, you did see something though.
I'm not big. I'm not big on the Uncharted franchise myself.
Mm.
Oh, Rise of the Tomb Raider, by the way.
Oh, that was on the Xbox One.
Yeah.
One yesterday. Well, it is coming out on PS4 as well.
Yeah,
That.
for sure.
Yeah, I'd rather go with Tomb Raider.
I want to go for both. But for Xbox One, I also, I don't know if the game will be actually good, but the new Crackdown was also very interesting.
I was not
I don't
interested in
care.
that at all. But we will get onto that tomorrow, Martin, because we're going to do a proper roundup of everything tomorrow.
Cool. Sounds good.
And we're going to leave it at here. I think that's wise, unless there's anything else that you want to talk about, because I think we'll probably put Nintendo in tomorrow.
Yeah, I
Watch
think
Nintendo really
Nintendo
have
was
to
today,
do
right?
something.
It was today, yeah, it was today.
Yeah,
But
I need to watch it though.
Yeah,
was working.
I need to watch it as well, because it was
I wonder
on.
what they'll do.
Where,
'cause-
5.
You know, they've got two very tough acts to follow.
Well, I know
Yeah.
they released a big one.
Well, they've done it their own way. They did it digitally, so they did like it was just a recorded one.
Yeah, yeah. They like to do things differently. Yeah, apart from the other big two.
Yeah, they totally like to do things differently. Like selling consoles, they do it way differently to everyone else.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. But for the press conference, a little bit ahead, we will. I think we're gonna discuss this more further tomorrow. But I have to say, for now, Xbox really made a much better press conference that they did than last year.
I'm gonna cut this
Then-
podcast
no, then
off
last
now.
he said last year. I think they did. Last year's was shit.
Yeah, with the 10 metric that 24 hours internet connection, please, and no borrowing, DRM.
All right, guys. Well, is there anything else you want to quickly talk about before we wrap this baby up?
No, I are of take goods.
Silent Hill.
I want to
film
play the
wasn't that
crew,
bad.
man. I really cannot wait for the crew to release.
Yeah, was there no Silent Hill announcement?
No.
No.
Not ever.
No, he just went the
I said
Silent
that
Hill
the
film.
film wasn't
He-
that bad.
He was just bringing back the
yeah,
old
actually no.
conversation.
Yeah, fair play. The first one was pretty
And-
good. The second one actually was pretty good as well. I really
if
enjoyed
you're
that
gonna
one.
if you're gonna throw out films, it's not a good
Also,
film,
too-
but it's great film.
It
Street
is
Fighter.
Yeah.
Street Fighter.
Just
yes.
to have Jean Claude kicking some ass.
That's a great.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right. I'll give you that.
There's a
one.
few
It's-
classics out there.
Mhm.
They're not
It's-
good
it's-
films, but
It's
they're
not a good
classics.
film, but it's
Double
great 'cause it's so
Dragon.
cheesy.
Double Dragon.
Dragon
Oh,
Town is a
Double
terrible
Dragon
film.
is
Yeah, it's
so
terrible.
awful. It's so bad.
Oh, if you want to talk
And,
about absolute terrible films, you have to go with
Mario?
Rest in Peace, Bob Hoskins, Mario.
Mm-hmm. With Dennis Hopper.
Yeah.
That was a great film. I will not have you slander that film.
It was
Open
epic.
up,
It was,
get
it was
on
a
the
cult
floor.
movie.
Everyone do the dinosaur. big film. Goomba Rock.
Yeah, I can remember as a little kid I really wanted to go to the cinema, and my sister, I don't want to go. But my mom said, you need to go with him because he wants to watch the Mario movie, because he likes to play games. So in the end, my sister had to go to the cinema with me to this terrible movie. But I loved it because it's Mario. That was enough.
Everything Mario is awesome. You never did a Sonic movie, did they?
No, thank God.
No, they didn't.
No.
No.
There
No,
was one
this
good
wouldn't
animated
work.
show, not the first one that they did. That was terrible. The fact that they were going on about, don't let strangers touch you or something. Like that. It's really weird that whole PSA kind of thing. But anyway, but then there was one good animated series. I remember it. It was kind of a bit of a darker kind of version, and it was pretty cool actually. They introduced other characters as well. I can't remember the name of it. It's like saved the life for me at the moment. But I'll have to find it at some point.
Do you know what?
Really good.
If we're gonna go on to series and stuff,
Okay.
I loved the Legend of Zelda series.
It's terrible.
I loved
Really?
that.
Yeah, it's
Like-
nice.
Well,
I-
excuse
Yeah.
me.
I've only
That
ever
was
watched that
hilarious.
because people linked me to it saying how bad it is.
I
I've never
love
actually-
that. I will
so
not have
bad.
you. I will
It's
not
so
have you
bad.
slander that. Such a
No,
great
that was epic,
series.
man. That was epic. Also,
Alright,
like
but anyway.
Captain N.
I was actually joking, but the one that was the classic was I think Martin said it before on other podcasts. Captain N, Game Master, man. Why have they not
he said it
made
literally
that?
about 2 seconds ago.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
That's
Why have
my
they
job.
not made that again? That was brilliant.
That
Do
was
you know,
indeed brilliant.
there was one that I actually really liked, and I've completely forgot the name of it now. It's gone out of my head. Kara talking. I will figure it out.
Absolutely.
Captain, absolutely.
Simon
Finding the
Belmont.
facts for
Absolutely
days.
forgot.
I really found that the voice from Mother Brain really terrible back in the days.
Mother I loved that voice.
Yeah, now I love it. But then when I was watching it back in the day, I was like, what the hell is this?
Simon Beaumont
Dot
was
hack.
a player.
Do you remember Dot Hack?
Yeah, I love that series.
Dot Hack was mental because it was a game, but a TV series, but
Yeah.
a game. And if you watch the TV series, it dropped loads of hints in the TV series that you could use in the game, and vice versa. It was like
Sure. Yeah.
worked so well.
I think it was
See,
on
that's how you do it.
PS2, right?
PS2,
PS2 and PS3.
just PS2, way back in 2002.
Because I think in Japan they released a couple of them on the PS3 also. But yeah, that's really hard for us. My Japanese is not so good.
No, I thought there was only ever 4 got released for
Yeah.
PS2. And that was it, which was sad.
Martin, have you watched the new Street Fighter series?
Yeah, the live action, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah. I was
Yeah, it's entertaining. It's not really top notch production, but it's cool basically. Like the live action Mortal Kombat fan thing they did a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Machinima style. Like, I really liked it.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it was actually very funny. My daughter also loved it. Every time it finished an episode, I said, okay, the next one. So, but
They,
one day
they had me sold
we need to watch it.
when they're like
Sorry?
sitting there and they're playing on the Nintendo sort of thing.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
there's like the bit where it was a bit cheesy, but it was quite good when like there's not spoiling it for anyone because this is not a spoiler, but
Yeah.
the old man like starts playing Ryu's music from the game, and like
Yeah.
he's playing it on a flute, and so it doesn't sound cheesy. It sounds like really good, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, this is really cool. It was good, man.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I did
it's-
some reading up on it, and you are right, Martin. There was a PS3 game. It was called Dot Hack Versus. It was a Dot Hack fighter game, and it was bundled with a Dot Hack the movie.
Of course it was. How
Oh.
did we not know that?
Oh,
Of course, yes, rolled off
Shit.
the tongue.
Fuck.
I
Now
know.
you know, man.
Shenanigans.
The next time you can
And
tell
there's
me.
That's
even-
half the battle.
Yeah, and there's even an untitled Dot Hack. That's actually the name of the game, Untitled Dot Hack, which is a new one, and it's coming soon.
Oh,
I
nice.
got
Yeah, on
I
PS4.
don't know what they're
I don't
talking
know.
about.
I don't know.
I
Honestly.
don't know what this game is.
I phased out for the last like 5 minutes or so.
You know how
you really need to pick it up, Leon. It's really awesome. Dot Hack.
it's basically a RPG game in the style of Final Fantasy, but more sort of evil corporations. Wait, it's just like Final Fantasy. But what's really cool with it is it's meant to be like an online RPG, but offline. So you get all your party together, but they're like other players around the world.
Okay.
It is really good.
Maybe I shall have a look.
It's not gonna
Sweet.
happen.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stare at Dave's like dog picture.
You know, you're talking about any games. One rumor, I really wish that rumor will never come true. That actually Hollywood is thinking about making a live-action movie out of Akira. If they will do it, I really will bomb their ass.
Oh god, if it's anything like
Why?
the
It could be good.
live action Dragon Ball Z, kill me now.
That's so terrible.
That was a really bad film. That was a horrifically bad film.
I didn't watch
The only
it.
thing they had to do with
So
that is just
bad.
put it on disc and burn it.
Really, really bad.
Didn't it have some really famous people in it as well?
No,
Yeah.
not
like
really.
Cameo.
Not like respected
Not really.
people.
Well, you're-
Even
what
Double
we're
Dragon
talking
is
like
better than this.
C-grade. No.
I'd say Seagrave sort of celebrity sort of thing. There wasn't. It was a pile of steaming shit, is what it was.
Yeah.
But I'm like, this is the thing. We've spoken about this before. I have a big love-hate thing for Dragon Ball Z because I love the kind of characters and I love sort of the storyline. But I don't want to watch 20 fucking episodes to see 2 punches thrown because all it is them going ah, ah, and holding big balls above their head, fucking charging up.
There was a couple of guys talking about it at work, and apparently there was like an entire series almost of them trying to fix something because it kept breaking.
Yeah.
And then they would almost get it fixed, and then it would break at the end of the episode. Was that Dragon Ball Z, or was that a different one?
I ain't got a bloody clue.
I think it was Dragon Ball Z.
I don't think it is Dragon Ball Z. I don't know. I have. I don't know. Leon's just lost his hat in.
He's
Leon
like
doesn't
thrown it
watch
off in
anime?
rage.
You don't watch anime, Leon?
I do, but not
Okay.
Dragon Ball Z.
Uh-huh.
I love Pokemon.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
all about the Pokemon.
Pokemon School, yeah.
I
Do
do
you
watch
watch
some
like
anime as well.
Black Butler, Death Note?
I didn't
Death
get
Note's
into
good.
Black Butler. I have watched Death Note, but I didn't like the second season. Like, oh, what was it? The second? It was the second part, if you know what I mean. Like
Yeah.
where I'm just trying to think. Oh, I don't want to spoil anything, I suppose.
Hashtag
sorry.
spoilers.
Indeed.
Yeah.
No, for me, it's always been Gundam Wing.
Gundam Wing's cool, yeah. Macross, Robotech.
No, it was. Oh God, the really famous one with the strange kids and the robots.
I know what you mean. Also have
Guyver?
Black-
Guyver.
That one, whatever that one was.
Guyver.
That
Yeah,
was-
yeah.
Guyver was good.
Guyver was awesome.
The Guyver was great, yeah. Also,
I always
they
thought it was
made
like
action-
MacGyver. I thought it was like some sort of manga dude with a switchblade that could save the day and build crazy stuff. And then when I
Oh,
watched
yeah.
it, I was so disappointed.
With a branch and a rope, he makes in a helicopter.
Yeah.
No, the
If they
Guyver was
got
really
MacGyver
cool,
and the A-Team together, those fuckers could make anything.
yeah.
Okay, well, we have
And
a
it's
piece
really
of
funny about the
string
A-Team that
and a
they shoot
bottle.
bullets, but no one died.
It's
Yes.
crazy.
I don't know. There was like a really famous episode where someone actually died in it, and it was like the only guy that died in the entire of the A-Team.
No way.
Yeah.
There's that
Yeah.
that take the piss on YouTube where like they're going like one of the trucks like spins over, like it goes
Yeah.
over this jump and smashes and stuff, and they're talking like how like, oh look, we didn't kill anyone again, and then like there's a scene afterwards and all these people in like wheelchairs and stuff. It's like, what do you think happened to us in this car crash? We didn't just walk out this alive. Good stuff.
Amazing.
But
But-
you guys were referring about the Guyver. I think at that same period of time, we also had that brilliant other series like Devilman and Roto Kodoji. Did you guys watch those also?
I've never really got into the series of stuff. I've always just like kind of watched manga films. Like Ninja Scrolls, one of my favourite
Oh,
films
yeah,
of all
cool.
time.
Haven't seen
And
it.
It's sick.
Samurai Champloo.
What was that?
Yes.
Full Metal Jacket. No.
Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal Jacket. Full Metal Alchemist.
Alchemist.
Oh, I've just finished watching Full Metal Alchemist. It's so good.
Yeah, it's nice, huh?
Yeah, for sure. I did like that one. But anyway, I think we should wrap this thing up and come back tomorrow, probably
Sure.
around the same time. It will
Cool.
be well, Dave will be dead, so
I will be dead. Yes.
so Dave, rest
Sorry.
in peace.
By the way, guys, what did you guys think of the Phantom Dust reboot?
I have no idea.
We didn't
about
know
that
what the
game.
Phantom Dust was.
Okay, you need to Google that. It's an old game. I think it was on the GameCube.
It was on Xbox.
It was on Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox.
Because
Yeah,
it was
it's a
an old
reboot.
Microsoft classic. That's how they built it up.
It's really cool. Yeah, and I also like that Scalebound from Platinum Games.
Mhm.
Although you didn't
I
see
wasn't-
anything.
It was too pre-rendered for my liking.
Yeah,
It just
For me,
looked
it's
like
like-
Monster Hunter. That is effectively what they've done is they've just made a shinier Monster Hunter.
yeah,
So guys, let's talk about that tomorrow.
Yes.
no problem.
Oh, you can. I'll be dead.
Yeah, so,
You'll be dead, why,
Dave,
man?
I'm sorry, mate, but bye.
He's gonna mute.
You cannot because you need to
I
come to the
could.
Netherlands.
No, but
You cannot
if
die.
I muted him, I'd mute Martin as well.
That would
That's
be
the
so
only problem.
funny if it just like suddenly. And Dave's dead.
I suppose I could take him out of the Skype call.
Talking about dead people, but with respect. Rick Mail died.
Yeah,
Yes.
he did.
Yeah, I was so
Fuck.
sad to hear that.
He did
Yeah.
indeed, man.
Lord Flashheart himself.
That's all.
He was
what I
brilliant.
from.
It's just you
I
gotta
know.
treat your
That's-
kite
Well, the
like
thing
you
is
treat your
that,
women. Get inside her 3 times a day and take her up to heaven and back. I love Rick Mail.
I
Well,
just
the thing
kind of
was,
picture in my
a friend
head.
of mine posted it on Facebook, and I was like, "Nah, that's not possible."
Mhm.
And so I thought, because it's like with Jackie Chan, everyone's constantly poking Jackie Chan, rest in peace. So I thought, well, maybe this is like one of those joke things. But no, it's actually
Yeah,
true.
one of these
and I
days,
was
Jackie Chan's gonna be dead though, because he does some crazy
Oh
shit.
my God, it's Jackie Chan.
Oh my God, Jackie Chan! Oh my God, it's Jackie Chan! Oh my God, Malcolm in Middle. But,
I was kind of wondering though. I mean, Rick, he died. His poor soul. I hope he rests in peace. But I was just kind of wondering, what it will be like there with God and all. Will it be like, "Shut up, you bastard!" Bang! Just kicking God's ass or something.
He
There's
just
a-
grabs
there's a
like
really
frying
good-
pan.
Yeah, exactly. It was very fun.
there's a
No,
really
sorry, all the other religious people that are listening. Sorry about that. Sorry.
there's no religious people listening most
You've
likely.
made them all very
No,
sad.
I don't think there's anyone listening.
We only pray to one God, and that's the gods of games.
Yeah.
But no, there's a really, really good clip actually. You should try and find of them doing Bottom Live or one of their live things, and they break the fourth wall, like they break character sort of thing.
Yeah,
Because is it Eddie, the other guy?
yeah, I think
He
Yeah.
he does something
Yeah.
and like Rick laughs about it, like and then like they keep doing this stuff, and then he goes. He's got the crowd right behind him, and he goes,
Yeah.
"Oh, I forgot to mention that I was born in Bristol," and like the crowd goes mental again, and then like Rick Mail looks at them like and looks at him repeatedly, like this sort of like internal monologue sort of thing, and then he goes, "And why did you leave Bristol?" And like the crowd starts booing, and it's so funny. Literally, it's like the pantomime of all pantomime. It's brilliant.
I think I have seen that. Actually.
It's really
Yeah,
funny,
yeah.
really funny.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Martin,
Yeah.
thanks for joining us for this, and
And thank you
obviously-
guys for inviting me.
Yeah, well, you'll be here tomorrow with us as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good one.
With
just-
Chief,
yeah,
the guy that made your jingle, your track, your soundtrack.
Jingly
Yeah.
jangly.
oh,
Dingy.
awesome, man. That's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to talking to him, actually.
Yeah,
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 he
yeah.
was well happy when we played it.
Yeah, he was psyched. I told him. I gave him the link on Skype. I said, "Hey, Chief, if you're doing anything right now, drop it and listen to this." And he was like, "Oh my God, they're playing it!" I said, "Yeah, man."
We like it. It's good.
Yeah, man. No, it is. It's
He's
really
proper
awesome.
badass.
I still need to put it up on the website as such and be
Mhm.
like, hey, which one do you want? But
I've made a an intro as well, though.
You made an intro as well. What is it?
Yeah, it just goes
Ooh.
stag, 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 beetle. Stag, stag,
The
stag,
battle of the intro.
stag, beetle. With Leon and Dave. Stag, 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 beetle. Game over, yeah! And it just keeps going like that. It's brilliant.
Cool. I'll sample that.
Sample it. Do it. Fuck,
Maybe
this is
you
falling
can
into
just
anarchy.
swap jingles.
I feel really drunk off 2 beers. This is madness.
Madness.
Wow, you didn't eat or?
I don't think I did eat, actually.
Oh.
No, it's because it's real ale, and I don't drink real ale very often, so I think it's just...
So what's the best thing you ate this week?
Oh,
Ooh, we've been flipped.
Oh, you
I
shot the
will.
question
I
to
will.
us.
I have got the best thing I ate this week.
Oh,
I
really?
stayed at my mum's house, and they have good shit on tap all the time. So I made it was from leftovers. So there was like roast lamb on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
I made
Nice.
a baguette with roast lamb, mint sauce, a couple of the vegetables that were left over, sort of thing. And then I mixed it up a little bit.
Oh
I was
yeah.
feeling adventurous, so I shoved a load of bacon in it,
Oh.
and it just became like mint and bacon shouldn't work, but it did somehow. It was amazing. It was truly like just mammoth food. It was
Comfort
amazing.
food.
Okay, well on my level then, I had a big, massive, greasy fry up on Sunday that was just too good. That
You gotta love a fried.
oh for sure. I haven't had one for a while, so it was it was good.
Hash browns.
Yeah, of course, black pudding as well.
Oh, lovely.
Bubble and squeak, you know.
Bam.
Man, it was literally the works, man. It was bang on.
What kind of eggs do you have with yours?
It's just a fried egg.
That's fine.
Well, it was 2 fried eggs.
I'm not a fan of the scrambled with a fry up.
No. If you're gonna have a fry up, it's gotta be a fried egg, and like it. Hopefully the yolk is a little bit runny.
Of course.
Dip your toast in there.
Bam.
Bam.
Oh, I'm hungry
Perfect.
again now.
Just so good. So good.
What was the best thing you ate this week, Martin?
Well, last Saturday, went to was it Saturday? Yeah, Sunday. We went to Amsterdam. Me, my parents-in-law, my wife, and daughter. Just hang out there, just do some shopping. And during lunchtime, we went to Chinatown, and there was a familiar for us, very good restaurant. Me and my wife ate there a lot of times already, but now this time, of course, we need to bring my parents-in-law there. And we had some good dishes like a spicy eggplant with beef with tofu, and also vegetables. A lot of dishes, a lot of variety, of course, because we eat Chinese, so a lot of dishes. It's really awesome. We ate so much that I think 6 or 7 hours later, we weren't hungry at all. We're still full. Like, okay, dinner? Nah. Dinner. So yeah, that was the best thing I ate this week, I think.
Sounds
That just
good.
made me hungry.
Yeah, I know. I'm well
Yeah.
hungry now.
It's really
Yeah,
nice
right.
though. I mean, I don't know if you have that in England, but if you go to authentic Chinese restaurants here, the tea and the water is for free.
Oh. Okay, that's pretty
Nice.
good.
Yeah, that's like it's a side thing. I really think is very cool because in Netherlands, I don't know if it's the same in UK, but you need to pay for water, even if it's from the kitchen sink. You still need to pay.
Some
€3
places
for.
do.
Some places
places
do, yeah,
Don't. But I think in this
Yeah.
country it's more. You don't really go out for a Chinese. You get a Chinese takeaway.
And is it like Indonesian Chinese or authentic Chinese?
It's a mixture. It's kind of a British take of Chinese stuff. I don't think
Yeah.
it's anywhere near what they actually eat. But
Yeah.
the same as like Indian sort of food. Like
Yeah.
we created what's it called, chicken tikka masala and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I love a Chinese.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
it's awesome.
There was
Yeah.
a place in Cork. It was a all-you-can-eat Chinese buffet type place, and you go in and they did it proper immaculate. It was like really, really, really well done. It was like nice Chinese motifs around the wall and stuff. And oh man, it was ridiculously cheap, and you could eat so much.
Do you know what
Oh.
does a really good one actually? Before we leave, do you know where all the letting agents are? on the corner. There's like sun, whatever.
It's like sunrise, sunshine.
Yeah,
something
they
like
do
that.
a all-you-can-eat
they do.
buffet,
I've
but they
been there.
bring it out as
Yeah.
fresh. That is the best one
It
in
is
town.
so good.
It's
Email
good, yeah.
was the eat as much as you like. It was called Email. Was shit
It
because
was.
it was just not fresh. It was all just buffet and like falling apart and stuff. But that place is nice. It's not cheap. It's not expensive, but it's
No.
not cheap. But it's
worth it, though.
Definitely worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, nice.
See, I like places that you go to and they allow you to take it home as well. Like they'll be
Yeah.
like, I've eaten so much, and they're like, no worries, and then they'll bring out
Yeah.
like little
Yeah.
boxes and stuff, and you can
Yeah.
box it.
there's
Yeah,
a
we
quality
also
in
had
this
that
place you
because
have to. Oh,
we had some leftovers Sunday, so that became Monday breakfast. And yes, a lot of Dutch people, they look at it like, what are you doing? But for me, I already am used to it. Yeah, when we were at the restaurant, my wife always wanted the rest, the leftover, to take away. So I'm used to it. A lot of Dutch people, they really are not familiar with that kind of thing. But for Chinese, it's why you want to throw it away? That's waste of your money. That's waste of food. Just take it with you, then you can eat it for breakfast. And I thought, okay, that sounds very logical.
I love Chinese for breakfast. I'll eat anything for breakfast.
Yeah. And it's really funny though, also
Guys.
because of the Chinese Western
Oh,
food.
no.
At least for Netherlands, it kind of was originated about 100 years ago. 100 years ago, where World War during World War One, Netherlands was like conquering Indonesia. They colonized Indonesia for a long time. Then some Chinese, they came to the Netherlands and they just settled down here. And then the soldiers, the Dutch soldiers, came back to the Netherlands, and they had to get used to being in the Netherlands again. But they missed the Indonesian food. So suddenly, one Chinese couple, they heard that guy saying like, "Oh yeah, I was in the war. I went to Indonesia, but I really missed the Indonesian food." Then I thought, maybe I can bring some of that Asian style food to the Dutch people. Maybe they like it. And then it became so popular. The Chinese Indonesian restaurants were, basically started after that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's very funny. Just because those soldiers, they had the need for Indonesian food. That's why nowadays, in a way, have Western style Chinese food. So that's
Cool.
very funny. I really didn't think about it when I grew up, because like you said, it's the British, or the Western take of Chinese food. But for me, when I grew up, that was Chinese food. I really never considered that would be the Western style Chinese food.
No, interesting.
So now I know, and now you guys know, I think, because you also you ate some authentic Chinese food, I think. Huh? Or not?
Good to know.
I don't know why it's so funny. Me and Leon just died. I don't know what just happened. He just sort of died.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
I'm crying.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
Right,
so emotional
so,
for you?
Let's wrap this bad boy
Yeah,
up.
let's definitely
man.
wrap this thing up. So join us tomorrow on Twitch around 7 o'clock. We'll be back.
That's Greenwich Mean Time.
We are going to have a proper roundup of everything we've seen E3. It's going to be me, Mike, Dave's dead.
Yep.
Again,
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just keep dying. I keep going back, and they're like, "No,
you're
stay
like
dead."
our Kenny.
Yeah.
Mate, you should certainly. There should be a pill or something you can take to stop that.
You bastard.
But anyway, Martin, once again, thank you for joining us. I'll see you
Yeah.
tomorrow.
See you tomorrow with
And,
Chief.
Just quickly, where can we find all your jazz, bro?
Yeah, just look at xcomedia.nl, of course. Download the game. You can download our current developers build. Please comment about how you feel about the game, so we can improve it or not. And of course on the website you also can find all our social media. You can leave your email address, so we can keep you posted on everything about the Clumsy Adventure and about the other projects that are falling. That's it. And of course you can also listen to Camisa Chief, his audio, his jazz.
and all that jazz.
Go check him out.
Exactly.
But yeah, he'll be here with us tomorrow. So
Yeah. I told him
should
already
blow that
that
shit up.
tomorrow, don't go anywhere.
good man.
Otherwise, you're dead. No.
Well, that's a bit harsh. Gonna stab
No,
you
no,
up.
no. Of course, I'm not.
Well, I mean, because Dave couldn't make it, that's why we kill him.
Exactly.
Have we told him yet that this is the third strike, so now he's out?
Shh, that's after. That's after.
Can't
You
do that live.
need to talk
We'll
about
have
it.
HR issues and stuff. Because we've obviously got like a HR lady in the corner and stuff.
Sorry. Chief just come on the chat.
So Martin talks too much. Oh, that's so funny. Oh, that is funny.
Oh,
But yeah.
so
But anyway,
good.
wrap
Anyway,
this bad boy up.
I'm
Hit
going
him with the
to
shit.
right now. So,
I have my food waiting for me.
okay. Well, if you'd like to take part in this conversation, you can either post it on our Facebook or at facebook.com/GameOverYeah.
You can
Yeah.
tweet us at @GoverYeah.
You can email us at contactus@gameoveryeah.net.
And obviously, the most important place where you can pick up articles, the podcast, and
News,
videos,
abuse.
all basically everything gaming-wise. GameOverYeah.net, guys. Go and check it out. Thank you for joining us, and until next time,
Game
over,
yeah.
yeah.